everyone, it's Karen Jean from Ex Libris Crafts. Welcome to the channel. If you are new here and are not yet a subscriber, please subscribe. I would appreciate that. I am approaching 100 subscribers, and once I do, there will be a giveaway contest, 100 subscriber giveaway contest, which you might already know. It's going to be the journal that we're working on now, this winter journal. Now, the reason for this introduction is that the video is a little bit long, and that is because there's a lot packed into it. I edited it as much as I could, so you will notice that there are some choppy parts there in the transitions, the pieces that I cut out. What we're going to learn in this video, or what I'm going to show you in this video, is using an envelope punch board, because I want to make envelopes for the journal. Also putting in some decorations. I made clusters off camera, and I'll be showing you those, and we'll putting those in. I don't know, everything's been going on. It escapes me what else. So that's what I wanted to say. Also, please forgive if some pieces are a little bit off camera. I have a new setup here that I'm still getting used to, and I'm still trying to figure out where my camera, the screen ranges, or whatever the wording is that you use. So anyway, that being said, please enjoy the video. Please comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you'd like to see something different. You remember from the first video when I was setting up the book, I was going to use this Echo Park paper, but I love this fabric, and the colors of the Echo Park paper don't go with the fabric. I was going to put it on there. So what I will do, because this is very lovely winter paper, is I will make another winter journal using those papers. But I have these Sizzix Thinlits dies. These are, I can't think of the guy's name now. Anyway, Tim Holtz, thank you very much. Different words. So that card said hello winter, and here I was able to put together winter wishes, which I thought was nice. A lot of this you're not going to be able to see on camera. You really need to see it in person, and it's the glitteriness of everything. Like these snowflakes here have glitter on them, and the papers themselves have glitter, the iridescent medium I put in my dyes when I'm dyeing paper. So this is what we have, just very basic. Nothing's been done yet. What I did was I figured out how big I wanted the envelopes to be. I'm trying to make sure, keep everything in frame, and it's kind of difficult for me because this arm isn't long enough. Anyway, let's see if I can move some of this stuff out of the way. Okay, so I figured out how long I wanted them to be. And by trial and error, I realized that I only needed to do the flaps on the envelope. So what I did on this one is that blue paper, and I did the glue with the clear embossing powder. So this is, yeah, go. And then I did a white piece of paper with I think that's Salty Ocean. So I did the two envelopes, and they're scored. There's like glitter and embossing powder everywhere in my fingers. Everything is such a mess. So I think I might have told you I was going to show you how I did the envelopes. First, I did it all over one piece of paper, and then I realized I didn't need to do the whole piece of paper. I just needed to do the the flaps that are going to be seen. And what I did is I have this envelope punch board. We are memory keepers, and I love this thing. I'm sure there are other ways, you know, you just take paper and fold it around and figure out how you want to do it. But it tells you the card sizes here, and then not on the back, but on a separate sheet of paper, it has an even more card sizes. So there's the card size. It tells you how big to cut the paper, and then where to score it. So this one was, which one did I do? I did, oh, well, okay. I cut it 7.5 by 7.5. That's 7 1/4 by 7 1/4. I did 7.5 by 7.5, but then I scored it on the 3-inch line. So I kind of combined two. So this is a 7.5-inch square piece of paper. What you do is you just take one side. It's very easy to do once you get the hang of it. You take one side and whatever score line it tells you, because here's a score mark right there. And it gives you a little picture of what the final result's going to be. So you line up the first time you do it, you line it up on whatever mark it tells you to do. And here's the indicator over here. So it was 3 inches, so I lined it up on 3 inches. I pressed down this button, which gave me that little cutout, right? And then there's the score line, and there's a little scoring tool here, but you know, my bone folder, whatever you want to use, and then you score it. And I've made much larger envelopes too. And if it goes off, if the paper goes off, it's too big and comes off down here in the end, then there's ways to do that fine. And then what you do is, and that's the only time you're going to measure over here, is the very first time you do it. And then you turn it, because this is the score line I made. Then you turn it, and it says score guide right there where this little pointy thing is. And you line up the pointy thing where the score line is, punch it again, and score it again. And that's what you do. And then you turn it again, line it up, punch it, score it. And that's how you get your envelope punch board. And when you're scoring it, what you want to do is, the score line is where you fold it. You fold it out, if that makes sense. It's scored on this side, so that's how I'm going to fold it. And here is, it's easier to fold it on that line. My fingers feel a little gritty from the embossing powder. And of course you can use your bone folder, whatever, to get nice crisp fold in the sides. All right, fold in the side. And of course, you know, you do it individually. There. Now I just have to decide, and this will be, I could leave it like that, I could cut it, or I can fold it down. I usually fold it down. But I knew that when I was messing about, you see how the stencil slipped on that snowflake. So do I want this to be, and you could always do a top pocket. I'm doing a side envelope. So do I want this to be, and I could also fold that down. I don't have to leave it pointed. I can fold that down too. So, or this. So this is my one envelope. Now, I am going to fold this down. I'm going to fold it towards me first, right? And then fold it back onto itself. There. Now, oh, see, well, I could always do it this way too. Put those flaps on the outside, but that's not how we do envelopes, is it? So do it that way. And now this is just copy paper. So I do not want to use liquid glue because it could leave a bump there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tape runner, just kind of go along that edge. Oops. To fold that down, peel that up, fold the tape down onto itself. This is me. Yeah. Of course, I could have been a lot neater. And I have the rolls of tape as well that I can use, and I'll show you how to use. I'll do those in a second. So I'm just folding that in and then folding it down. And any leftover tape, I will use and I don't have it here in front of me. Reaching over to the side. Maybe I'll do a pan over. Here it is. You can see how messy things get when I get creating. And I'm just going to use my little, Dollar Tree rubber cement eraser to just make sure that that's all pulled away. Okay, now what I'm also going to do is put a little, oh, I wasn't going to use the tape runner. I was going to show you using the other tape. This I got from AliExpress. And where's the other one? This one is from scrapbook.com. They are, the AliExpress one is a little bit thicker. I also have one thinner than the scrapbook.com. So what I do is, and this tape normally rips very easily. Get in there and cut it, and I'll actually peel that paper away. And do it here. On the edge, my nail is sticking to the tape over there. Cut it down there. So might be easier if I just cut off a hunk of that tape. Here. Easier to do it this way. Let's put a piece there, right? Peel the paper off, the release paper, whatever they call it. It's all sticking to me. This one here, right up to that edge. That down just a tad there. Peel this paper off. It might also be called score tape. I think this is another name for score tape. Anyway, there is our envelope, and it will fit. Give us a page, people. It'll fit very nicely. It just fits. We'll have it open up. We're going to put a closure there, and also it's going to be a side pocket and an envelope. Now, I also said I wanted to just turn that under, right? Like so. Et voila. And for this tape runner, it's just easier. And depending upon who you are, a lot of people prefer the tape runner, and other people prefer the score tape. And there's no right or wrong to any of it. It's just what you're used to, what fits your budget. And yeah, really, whatever you want to do. It makes no difference. Makes no difference. So let's see if we can. Let's pull this over and let's put a couple of these elements in. Let's do a little decorating, and then we will call it a night. Yes, yes. So I have two envelopes. So one's going to go in the front half and one's going to go in the back half. So let's take a look. That's nice. This is, now see, I would put something on here because I'm not quite sure if you can write on that or not. We want to do that, kind of like as a shadow, or not. Let's take a look. And we have, where's that half of that doily? There's that doily. Not quite sure what we're going to do with that, if anything, so let's leave that be for now. And okay. All right. Let's take a look right here. Why not? Do we want to put it here? Or do we want to put it here? Maybe over here. Maybe over here. Okay. We'll put it here. Now, the tape I have here is thin tape. I have a thicker tape. This is, see, this is thicker. And I think I'm going to use this just to, it will make the pocket, the back pocket smaller, but what it will give is, because it's thicker, I think it'll give a better hold. I don't know. And what I'm going to do before I place that second piece down is pull up the corner here. Pull up the corner, fold it up a little bit. And I'll show you what I'm doing in just a moment. Then lay this piece down, right? And pull up that corner just a bit. Okay. And then I will lay this piece down. That way the corner bits have are reinforced with 2 strips of the tape. Let me pull this bit up. Okay, so I don't completely remove the release papers, because it's strong tape, and where did I say I was putting this? I was putting it over here. So this gives me time. I know where the tape is exposed, there, and there. So this gives me time to place it where I want to place it. Make sure it is even. Looks even here on the bottom, on the top. Press it down. Now I'll pull out those release papers. See? Press down all 4 corners, and there it is. Pocket there, envelope here. So there's one. Now, yes, we do have to put the closure on it, and we will do that after we get the envelopes in. Now, for this one, where do we want to put it? Back here. I think on the back cover, I'm going to do a nice big, oh, look at that. It's not an envelope. But a nice big pocket, maybe a gusseted pocket on the inside back cover. Also, I wasn't thinking, oh no, that's fine. I could still, I'm probably going to put grommets and sari silk or something for to make it the tie. Okay, so here we have, oh, we could put it right there. Shall we put it right there? Why not? There's a good spot for it. Okay. Now, let me use this to hold the page open. Do I want to use this thick tape, or do I want to go back to the thinner tape? Well, let's try the thinner. Let's try the thinner scrapbook.com tape. This stuff I know will rip. Will tear, I mean. I can tear it. Put it down. Tear it. See? Let me see if I can get that release paper up. There it comes. Use the back of my fingernail to kind of keep that up. And there. It's sticking to my fingers. I'm using the thinner so as not to, this is like half the thickness, half the width of the other, and that's to give a little bit more room in the pocket behind it. This is what, 1/4 of an inch. The other one I think was 1/2 inch, so that I lost a total of 1 inch on the inside. All right. Okay, so that's pulled up, that's pulled up, and this one gets pulled up. Alrighty. And we said we were putting it over on this page. So, that release paper sticking out. Get it in there. Looks pretty even to me. Hold it down. Pull up the release paper. And there our envelopes are in. Okay, so what we were going to do is heavens to Betsy. I'm going to put this one in last because I'm going to need to put, I want to put some liquid pearls around the edge, and that takes time to dry, so that we'll put those in last. Oh, okay, here we go. So let's try these. Now this envelope is this way, so maybe we can put this way, right there. What do you think? You could put this one over here, but that's the same way that envelope is. So I like to change it up just a little bit. Here, I like that one better with this page. Now, again, because this is paper, I don't want to use liquid glue because it might bead up. So what I'm going to do is the same thing, is I'm going to use this here, paper tape. Now, of course, there is another way you can do this. You can pull up all the release paper at once and then smooth a little liquid glue on the tape. The tape, once it's down, it adheres very quickly, but liquid glue gives you a little bit of wiggle room. Although the art glitter glue that I use has a pretty quick catch time as well. So there, pull it up here. Now I could have gusseted these, but this paper was only 6-inch square, and if I put I could have built a separate gusset for it. I'll do that for the back pocket, and I'll show you how we do that when we come there. Pull this up. Okay, so I have my little flags hanging out. Yup. And I want to put this one right about there. Okay, and there we have a little pocket there. Why does it suddenly look crooked to me, and it's coming off the edge of the paper over here? I wonder if that is not cut straight. All right, well, let's get this trimmed down. I realize that that has sticky stuff on it, but there. Okay. So there's that one. And now let's put the other one back here somewhere. I really like the way they came out. I don't know how well you can see it on camera. Tone on tone. Looks very pretty. And this one, we could put here, we could put here. No, I don't want to put it there. We could put it right here. Yep. What do we think? Okay. pretty snow-capped mountains. So, the house is now quiet. It's later in the evening, and it is a Sunday evening. It's probably, it's after 9 o'clock at this point, I guess. The dog's in bed. My brother's in bed. And the cat's up here getting into trouble. Not really, just being nosy like a cat is nosy, and enjoying the freedom of being able to wander the house without being attacked by the dog. Yeah, I need to figure out how best to do it. It never was really a problem before because I was in the bedroom on the first floor, which was at the end of the hall, and the bathroom was right there, but also the stairs to the basement were right next to my bedroom as well, and the litter box and the food and stuff are downstairs in the basement laundry room. So the cat would just, that was the cat's safe zone, the end of the hall, my bedroom, and then right there the stairs to go downstairs. And the cat never really ventured past there, not really into the living room or anything. And then lo and behold, I moved everything to the second floor. And in order to get here, you have to walk through the living room. And that changed things a lot for the cat. Now the cat has to be brave and face the dog. Well, I don't think the dog's trying to hurt the cat, of course. I just really think the dog's trying to play. Except my dog does not know how to play well. So, right. Have it come off the edge a little bit. Why not? Now the question is, am I going to make these little tuck spots or not? I could just glue down the edge of it. Well, let's do that. We always want to have, let's just do a little bit like that. More tuck spots as opposed to less tuck spots. It is a cluster, but we're making it a tuck spot as well. Okay, so there's one. Now, where's the other one? This one. And let me put this one over here. I don't know if I like that bit hanging off. There we go. Put this one up here. Right, like so. Make sure that's in frame. Right, like so. Okay. A little bit of glue like that. Just, yeah. Okay. Let's go to the second half of the book. Here's the center. And what I could do is, I made this snowflake out of the gray and white. I can make another one to put over here. That's kind of nice, right? What's this one? This is a snowflake here, as I'm fighting with it, it's running away from me, which is from the, do that, the white glitter paper, but I don't know, we don't need to figure that out now. So, what are we doing here? Doing this one. It's got that bumpy button on it, so it's not going to quite lay flat, but that's okay. And we can put that one. There's that envelope. Let's go to the backpack. Oops. No. No. Ooh, I like that one there. This is fabric though. Let me just do a blob of Fabrifix. You can always staple it to the page, but staples can hurt people. So let me just do a glob of Fabrifix right there, right where that staple is. And there. Just hold it there for half a mo. Okay, it's kind of leaking out in the back here, so, but it's Fabrifix, so, okay. Now I have glue on my fingers, big surprise. Here's that one, and let's do this one. This is the second half. I don't want to do it down here. Oh, there's that. It's giving me an idea to do something with this as a door or something. Oh, I know what I can do. Although it's not snowflakes, but neither is that. That's flowers. Just had an idea. Hold on a second. Let's place this somewhere, and then I'm going to go grab another doily, and we're going to play around with that a little bit. So, let's figure out where I'm placing this, though. I could put it there. It says it has to be on the corner. It could just go right there. Right there. That will then not be a tuck spot. But go right there on the wooded mountains. Okay, now let me find that doily. While I'm thinking about it, let me get a doily. Okay, it's this one. Look at that. I can cut it in half. And attach it down somehow. I don't want to fold it over. I could, but all right. Fold it in half. Okay. Let's fold it in half. And that would be a doorway. What am I going to do about this? Okay, well, while I ponder that, I'm just going to leave that there as a placeholder. Placeholder in my brain. So let me get a paper clip to hold the place that's in my brain. Oh, and this is another thing too. We can make altered paper clips. We can make a couple of those. Not a blue one. Okay, I have lots of different kinds of paper clips, but let's just leave that there to mark that. The next projects we're going to do is we're going to figure out what kind of closures we want to put on these two envelopes. We are going to figure out what we're going to do about this. Throw down some washi tape, hither, thither, and yon. Make a pocket for the back cover. And throw other embellishments. Maybe make some altered paper clips. Right? Oh, here we go. I want to figure out if I'm going to turn one of those watercolor trees that we did last time into a shaker element in the book. So, we need to think about that. Okay. So that's down. Let me get another clip. These are quilting clips, wonder clips for sewing, quilting, whatever. All right, and I was going to outline this with liquid pearls. There's a bit of scrap paper. Make sure it's flowing. And we're just going to do a very fine line here on the edge. Oops. Sorry, I need to turn this so I can see what I'm doing. Making a bit of a mess of it, aren't I? There. And when they dry, here's the cover to this. There it is. Okay, you see that? We're going to leave that to dry overnight. Well, thank you very much for spending your time with me. Again, if you are not already a subscriber, please subscribe. I would appreciate it. I hope you've learned some things and had some fun, and that this has sparked your own imaginations and given you some things to think about in your own crafting. So please, remember, we are only limited by our own imaginations. Let yours run wild, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.